He carved one word and vanished. No bodies, no struggle, no warning, only silence. The houses stood empty, taken apart with care, not destroyed. Tools gone, people gone, even the dead had disappeared. One message remained, cut deep into wood. CROATOAN. What did they face before leaving? Why carve a clue instead of a warning? Something forced an entire colony to erase itself, and whatever happened unfolded slowly enough to plan, yet fast enough to leave nothing behind. So what forced them to choose disappearance? That word should have led to answers. Instead, it deepened the mystery. The place it pointed to was known, close, reachable, yet no one followed it in time. A storm turned ships away. A single delay changed everything. By the time anyone searched again, the trail had dissolved into legend. But the contradiction remains. Evidence suggests they did not vanish. They moved. They adapted. They may have survived. If that is true, why does history insist they disappeared completely instead of asking where they really went? Before any disappearance, there was ambition. England stood locked in tension with Spain and needed power beyond Europe. The Crown wanted a foothold across the ocean, not just land, but control. In 1584, Queen Elizabeth approved a colonial charter. The mission went to Sir Walter Raleigh. His goal sounded simple: build a permanent English presence. But the land was not empty. It belonged to people who understood its dangers deeply. That imbalance would shape everything that followed, but no one realized how quickly it would turn. The first expedition reached the Carolina coast and made contact. At first, the situation felt stable. The CROATOAN and Roanoke tribes welcomed the newcomers carefully. Exchanges began. Knowledge moved both ways. The English learned quickly, but their understanding stayed shallow. They saw opportunity where locals saw balance. They measured land as property, not survival. That difference shaped every decision that followed. Early peace hid deeper tension. It delayed a fracture already forming beneath every interaction, waiting for the moment it could no longer stay hidden. In 1585, the second expedition arrived. This time it carried soldiers. 600 men landed on Roanoke Island under Sir Richard Grenville. The tone shifted immediately. Exploration ended. Occupation began. The English built defenses and asserted control. Tension rose quickly. Then everything changed. Commander Ralph Lane killed Wingina, a local leader. That act shattered any remaining trust. From that moment forward, nothing could return to balance. Hostility did not explode immediately. It built slowly, waiting for the exact moment it could no longer be contained. The colony struggled to survive. Supplies dropped. Relations collapsed. The land felt hostile and unpredictable. Without support, settlers faced constant danger. They eventually abandoned the settlement and returned to England. Roanoke stood empty again. But something remained. The memory of violence stayed embedded in the land. The next group would inherit that tension without understanding its origin. They would arrive unaware, stepping into a place already shaped by fear, suspicion, and unfinished conflict. But how do you prepare for a danger you cannot see? 2 years later, another group set sail. This time, everything felt different. Families boarded the ships. Men, women, children. They were not soldiers. They came to stay. Their destination was Chesapeake Bay. But something went wrong. The fleet never reached it. Instead, they were left at Roanoke again, the same island, the same history. When they arrived, they found ruins, no warning, no explanation, just absence. The past had vanished, but its consequences remained, waiting quietly for them to repeat the same mistakes. The local tribes had not forgotten earlier violence. The previous expedition shaped everything. Trust had already broken. Every interaction carried tension. The settlers tried to rebuild anyway. They had no other choice. Supplies were limited, the environment felt hostile. Yet they stayed. Leaving meant crossing an ocean they could not control. They were isolated, surrounded by uncertainty. They rebuilt slowly, unaware they stood inside a story already moving towards something irreversible. But what happens when isolation begins to reshape every decision? Then something unexpected happened. In August, a child was born, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. She became a symbol of permanence, a sign the colony might survive. For a moment, hope returned, but it did not last. Supplies became critical, conditions worsened. The settlers needed help, so John White made a decision. He would return to England for support. He promised to come back quickly, but leaving meant trust, and trust in that place had already proven fragile. So why risk everything on a promise? He left behind 115 people. His daughter Eleanor stayed. His granddaughter Virginia stayed. He sailed with urgency, expecting a short absence, but events shifted beyond his control. England faced the Spanish Armada. Ships were redirected, travel stopped, time stretched, months became years. White could not return. Each day deepened the colony's isolation. No contact, no supplies, no rescue. The outside world moved forward, but Roanoke stood still. And when time stretches like that, what begins to change first? 3 years passed, 3 years without support or certainty. Pressure builds differently in isolation. Resources vanish, alliances shift, fear grows. Did they fight to survive? Did they negotiate with nearby tribes? Or did they choose something unexpected? Because when White finally returned in 1590, he did not find a struggling colony. He found something far more unsettling, something that erased every expectation. So what kind of decision leaves behind nothing at all? He found nothing. No people, no bodies, no signs of struggle. The buildings were dismantled with care, not destroyed, planned, organized, as if everyone agreed to leave together. But leave for where, and why leave? No explanation. Then he saw the carvings. One word on a post, CROATOAN. Another partial mark on a tree, CRO. It was intentional, a message left behind. But a message without context creates more questions than answers. So what did they expect someone to understand from a single word? White recognized the name immediately. CROATOAN was a nearby island. It connected to friendly tribes. It made sense as a destination. If the settlers moved, that was the logical place. But before he could investigate, a storm arrived. Violent, unavoidable. It forced his ships away. He never reached the island. He never saw what might have been waiting. He never returned again. The only chance to follow the clue vanished, and with it, the last direct link to whatever truly happened there. For centuries, the mystery remained frozen. No bodies meant no clear ending. No records meant no confirmed story. Then evidence began to surface. On Hatteras Island, once called CROATOAN, archaeologists found unusual objects. European items appeared among native materials: a sword hilt, broken bowls, riding tools, metal fragments. But they were not separate. They were mixed together. That detail mattered. It suggested contact, not destruction. But if they lived alongside others, why did their identity disappear completely? That discovery changed everything. It pointed toward coexistence. The settlers may have integrated. They may have lived alongside local communities, shared tools, shared knowledge, possibly families. But that idea raises a problem. If they survived, why did no clear record remain? Why did no one return to report it? Why leave only one word behind? The evidence points toward survival, yet refuses to confirm it. So what kind of survival erases itself from history? In the early 1700s, a surveyor named John Lawson explored the region. He recorded something unusual. Local natives claimed descent from English settlers. Some could read English, others showed physical traits that stood out: gray eyes, European features. These details suggested a connection, a blending of populations, but oral history cannot prove anything alone. It only suggests possibility, and in a mystery like this, possibility often deepens uncertainty instead of resolving it. Years later, in 1888, CROATOAN descendants took action. 54 individuals petitioned Congress. They claimed direct lineage from the lost colonists. Their argument relied on physical traits and oral tradition. They believed their identity had been misunderstood, but their claim did not solve the mystery. It expanded it because it suggested survival without documentation, a continuation of the colony outside recorded history, hidden in plain sight. Then came the Dare Stone. In 1937, a man presented a carved stone. He claimed it carried a message from Eleanor Dare. The inscription described hardship and death. It suggested many settlers died early while others moved inland. It sounded convincing, almost too convincing. Then more stones appeared, dozens of them. Most proved to be forgeries, artificially aged, manufactured to deceive. The credibility collapsed. But why fake evidence unless it mirrors something real? A man named Bill Everhart exposed the fraud. He used acid to simulate age. His actions discredited the later stones, but the first stone remained uncertain. Experts could not agree. That uncertainty raised another question. If someone tried to fake this story, what truth were they copying? And why does the original resist clear judgment? Even false clues seemed to orbit something real, something that refuses to fully reveal itself. Modern analysis introduced another possibility. Researchers examined John White's map again. Beneath a hidden patch, they found a symbol, a fort, located far inland. It had been concealed intentionally. That detail suggested planning, a relocation site, possibly secret. If true, everything changes. The settlers did not vanish suddenly. They moved with purpose. They followed a plan. But plans only work when nothing interferes. So what happened after they moved? If they traveled inland, they entered territory controlled by powerful groups, including the Powhatan Confederacy. Later accounts mention something unsettling: reports of Europeans living among native communities, even stories of captives. Could these have been Roanoke survivors? The timeline almost fits, but nothing confirms it. Each clue stands alone. No single piece connects fully, leaving the story suspended between possibility and something that refuses to be proven. So what happened to them? Did they integrate peacefully with CROATOAN communities? Were some killed in conflicts? Did a few survive long enough to disappear into another culture completely? Each theory explains part of the story. None explain everything. The evidence never aligns perfectly. It always leaves gaps. And those gaps keep the mystery alive, resisting every attempt to close it. The real question may not be where they went. It may be why they left so carefully. Why dismantle homes instead of abandoning them? Why leave a single word instead of a detailed explanation? That level of control suggests planning, but planning under what kind of pressure? A slow collapse or something immediate? Something that forced them to move quickly, yet carefully enough to erase themselves almost completely. And then there is the silence. No graves, no battlefield, no clear evidence of disaster. Entire communities do not vanish like this, not completely, unless the outcome was not destruction, unless it was transformation, unless the colony did not end but changed form, disappearing from English records while continuing elsewhere. And if that is true, what exactly are we still searching for? Every piece of evidence points somewhere, but never to a conclusion. Artifacts suggest survival. Oral histories suggest integration. Maps suggest relocation, yet none connect fully. It feels incomplete by design. Each discovery adds tension instead of clarity. Each answer creates another contradiction, and the deeper we look, the less stable the story becomes. Maybe the expectation of a single answer is the problem. Maybe Roanoke was never meant to be solved that way. It was not one event. It was a chain of decisions, pressures, and adaptations, a system misunderstood from the beginning, a clash of cultures that reshaped identity. And if identity changed, would anyone even recognize what survived? What if they were never truly lost? What if they simply stopped being what England expected? If that is true, then the word they left behind changes meaning. It was not just a location, it was a signal, a transition, a final message pointing not to where they went, but to what they became. And if that is true, the mystery does not end. It begins with transformation.